Hello there and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at 2024, my new 2024 election prediction with with Governor Desantis here versus Kamala Harris. So we'll get straight into it. I think currently my predictions will be these two will be the front runners for 2024, as Governor DeSantis has been very popular amongst the Republican base, and I think, again, like I said, he'd be able to connect with them to definitely win the nomination. So we're going to fill in our solid Democratic states for now, and then we are going to put in our Republican ones. So as 2024, I think again will be a demographic shifts this year for them. I think again, like I said, there will be demographic shifts for 2024, especially in the South, in places like Texas and stuff. So we'll get straight into that. So now we're going to characterize our likely Democratic states, and I would say New Mexico, and I'll come back to Colorado in a second, but definitely New Mexico, like I've said before, and of course the usual ones. I do think, of course, they would stay the same, and that's it for now. So we're going to move on to our likely Republican states, and in the likely column, like I said, nothing's gonna change. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So this is our map so far. So we're gonna go into the lean Democratic states. So I definitely say Colorado, Minnesota, as I said before. New Hampshire, I would say, would be lean, and Nebraska's 2nd district for 2024, I would say, would be a lean Democratic district. And that's it for now. So now we're going to move on to our lean, and Pennsylvania, I would say, would be a lean state, along with, Michigan and Pennsylvania, sorry. So now we're going to have a look at our lean Republican states. So Alaska, again, Alaska could very likely be a blue state by 2028, and it's shifting more and more to the left. Maybe that's just because of Donald Trump, but you don't know, it could be shifting in 2028 or could 2024, depending on the nominee. So, and the others, we're going to also characterize Iowa for this one. I would say Iowa because, I think, again, Iowa and Ohio are leaning more to the right nowadays compared to what it was 2012 and 2008. So for our tilt, oh, and I forgot to do Maine's 2nd district as a likely earlier on. I mean, a lean. Oh, not Maine as a state. Whoops. Yeah, so now we're going to move on to our lean tilt Democratic states. So I would say Wisconsin would be a tilt Democratic state. I think Nevada would be very close, which would mean Harris would have become president early on with that, which I do think would happen. I think because DeSantis could appeal to them. I also think she'll win Arizona. I also think she'll win Georgia, and I think North Carolina as well by very slim margins. So, I think you could see her winning those states by small margins, and you could see probably 1%, maybe 0.9% for Arizona and Georgia, and maybe just and about 0.5 for Nevada and North Carolina. So now we're going to move on to the tilt Republican states, and I'll talk about Texas in a minute. So, Florida, if it were not Kamala Harris, say it were, Kamala Harris, if it were Joe Biden, then I would characterize that as lean or likely. But since it isn't and it is Kamala Harris, I would say that she has would have had a better shot at getting it than Joe Biden. So yeah, so we're gonna have a look at that now, and then we're gonna move to Texas, because of course Desantis is Florida's his home state. So Texas, depending on who Kamala Harris's VP is, that could sort of alter. And actually, I think if it were Pete Buttigieg, then I wouldn't have characterized Indiana as likely. I would have characterized that as lean, but still would have went by a good margin. But since for say it's Julian Castro, then I think Kamala Harris would be able to carry Texas. Say it were Pete Buttigieg, then I don't think she would. But maybe Texas would be sort of a difficult one. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it as that, because depending on the nominee, vice president, it could go to Kamala Harris, or also on Ron DeSantis. I'd say he picks Ted Cruz, then it will go to him, or say he picks Dan Crenshaw. It's depending on who is the nominee. So we're going to leave that one as just blank for now, but no matter what the case is, still Kamala Harris is still going to win the election. So yeah, but and I think in this election, 2024, since it is Ted Cruz's seat up for re-election, I am positive that a Democrat will put up a very good fight. You could see Beto O'Rourke maybe becoming governor in 2022, and I'm going to do a video about that later, about Beto O'Rourke running for governor and in 2022. And if he does that, then you can very much see him being Senator Beto O'Rourke from Texas in 2024, winning that, and then maybe even running for president in 2028 again. Definitely by 2024, sorry, you'll definitely see a Democratic senator, governor, or a really good challenger for the Senate. So I definitely think there'll be some high-ranking Democrats in Texas, either senator, governor, or high-ranking representative, or maybe if Kamala Harris could win it, maybe a Texan VP, and maybe Kamala Harris might want to focus on other places like Georgia or Arizona and pick maybe a VP from one of those states. Or she could pick Roy Cooper, the governor from North Carolina, to secure North Carolina. Or she might pick she might pick Stacey Abrams, or she might pick, I don't know, Julian Castro. If I were her, I'd pick Julian Castro to secure Texas for the Democrats, but then if I were Ron DeSantis, then I would also pick someone from Texas to keep that in. Or I would focus on these states, or on Georgia and Arizona, and I'd really focus on Nevada. It's only got 6 electoral votes, but if Ron DeSantis campaigns hard enough there, you get some Republican senators in there. It's the same thing with Georgia, Arizona, these Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, which I do think will go to the Democrats, but you never know. So this is what my predictions for 2024 would be. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be posting another video later. Okay, hope you have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are.